trans woman was being oppressed by the patriarchal society that I. But the Supreme Court of Canada agreed, you see. I, a trans woman being born without a dick, made me a man despite the people's best efforts to deny me a woman. I, Emily Murphy, using Zersey pronouns, a frequent BuzzFeed reader, a white trans woman was being oppressed by the patriarchal society that I was forced to live in. So we took it all the way to Twitter HQ. Gender non-conforming people in front of their offices for 10 long hours, until they said yes. Twitter staff saying, there, sir. And those staffers of the trust and safety team of Twitter agreed in 2019. I, Emily Murphy, using Zersey pronouns and all gender non-conforming peoples after me, were seen as retarded under the law. So we could use the men's bathroom after all.
Shit. Here we go.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to We're Offended, You're Offended. I'm Kim. This is Tyler, and it is Saturday.
Hold on.
I can totally hear. Thank you. Sorry. And it is Saturday. We're going a little later than we normally would, but hope everyone's had a fantastic weekend so far. If you are new here, hi, hello, welcome. Don't forget to hit the little subscribe button down below. And thank you for clicking on the little button to come sit with us and listen to the craziness going on in the world today.
Yeah, I guess we'll go over a couple things. It's not going to be a light one, and we'll go for a little while. But so I guess we're going to go over Pierre Poilievre meeting with the man himself, Joe Rogan. So we will talk about some of that.
Did you say Rogan?
Joe Rogan.
Wow, that's some bald shaming.
Yeah, so we'll touch on that a little bit. I guess everything that's going on with Cuba, like communists are super pissed off. That's like, how should we say? Communists are mad that capitalists aren't intervening to prop up communism. I don't get it. I don't get. But we'll talk about that and much more else.
You already hit the intro, so you messed up already. So we don't even have to do that. But you know what you can do before we get into anything, and we're not doing the intro. Feed the plant.
Feed me Seymour. Feed me all night long.
You have to be 18 or older.
Did you see this comment here?
I did, yeah. Wrath of Reason, yeah. So last night, I had joined Speakeasy for a Friday night verbal combat, and it was a good time. I got absolutely shit-faced. Well, not really.
Yep. You're pretty drunk coming to bed at 4 a.m.
But no, it was a lot of fun, and maybe, I don't know, I probably wouldn't be a regular. Like, I don't, that'd be weird to say. Like, the first time you're on like someone else's show, it's like, yeah, actually, I performed so well. They like beg for me to come back. I'm just kidding.
I will say though, I don't normally enjoy watching debates. I like, I don't know, arguing with people, but I don't generally like watching them. However, I quite enjoyed that yesterday. I really did. I enjoyed watching it.
Just rather reason. I did. By the end, I was pretty sauced. You did awesome. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate it. No, that was a lot of fun, and I don't like. I've seen a couple. So, like I've seen a couple of the verbal combats, and they can get pretty like
Spicy.
you're a fucking idiot, you stupid fuck. This is what I'm fucking trying to say, and you don't understand a goddamn holy fuck. Do you even understand what the fuck you're actually like? They almost go like Destiny mode.
Destiny.
Like anyone knows like Destiny when he gets all riled up, he's like, "What do you mean? What are you even talking about? What the fuck? I can't even believe that you would actually even think that. What the fuck?" Like, you know. But I can't do the gay list because I'm not gay. But
Oh yes, you can. Oh yes, you can. You can
Shut
do
up.
it actually quite fabulous, darling.
Shut up. This isn't like air dirty laundry and expose everything. I have to keep up fucking appearances.
Oh, I'm really sorry.
Why is your voice deep?
I don't know. I felt like I had to overcompensate for you for what I said.
Oh,
I'll just go manly for you.
so just emasculate me.
I'm not emasculating you. I'm just saying that you
I
can do a gay voice like the best of them.
I can't. I'm not gay.
You're right. You can't. Nope.
You are gay.
Why are you gay?
See, and it sucks because I'm working off of a laptop. It's really hard to like get.
Gay!
Fuck, that's the wrong one.
Why are you gay?
There we go.
I just want to say, let me help you out here.
There we go. But yeah, so it was like Friday night. God, what were we going? I think that thing went for like 7 or 8 hours of people just arguing with each other and fucking laughing our asses off the whole time. So yeah, they get spicy. Oh, there's actually energy coming. Yeah, I think I'm the same way. Like I had said, I think I mistakenly had said that I had a debate with the soy pull, but it was actually more of a discussion. And I actually, yeah, I think there is very much a, you play to the energy. If someone's coming in hot, well, I guess that's what we're doing here. It's not always fruitful from what I've seen, but entertaining, yes. It is very entertaining watching two people just yell at each other that they're stupid. But it's like there's a balance. You can't just say, "Oh, you're dumb," and it's like, "Oh, but I'm presenting argument." "Oh, yeah, but you're dumb." It's like, no, you're dumb, and this is why you're dumb. Like, I'm gonna tell you why you're such a fucking moron.
Amazing. I
up
love
till
when people tell me
5:30.
I'm stupid.
Yeah, so it's 6:30 Central Time.
That's insane.
No, it was good fun. What did I?
Yeah, I enjoyed watching it. I did not get bored. I watched a huge chunk of it and fell asleep to it and had some really weird dreams. But yeah.
What is it? I think I debated 4 people that night. And then Andrew Wilson's little cuck boy, Mr. E, got me booted. Finally, after 6 hours.
I mean, King wasn't there to save you this time.
Who?
Isn't his name King
What?
something or something King?
Oh, the chat moderator. Yeah.
Is he a chat moderator?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So, but no, it was a lot of fun. I encourage everyone go over, like, if you actually like seeing, and it is more like blood sports debates, and people, we were just, like I said, we were just fucking around, having a lot of fun. It was a good time. Definitely a good time. I say this show is the most fun you can have with your clothes on. That might be the second best show.
Even though you're about to take it off, though. I heard the threats. You were going to take the shirt off.
I did threaten them. You don't want to see these tits.
Gonna go all Bert Kreischer on them.
Yeah, so no, it was a good time. But enough about me. Let's talk about me. So here, I'm
right.
just kidding. How do I share? So I'll just pull this up. Or should we talk about the Pierre stuff first, or do you want to talk about Cuba?
don't know. We can talk about the Pierre stuff first.
All right. Okay. So this is from the old Communist Broadcasting Corporation of Canada. I'll just start at the top. So 7 key takeaways from Pierre Poilievre's interview on Joe Rogan. Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre. Well, Joe's what he's like 5. Is he like 5? I know Pierre is actually tall. I think he's like 6'1" or something like that. Like he is
Stop,
actually,
really?
yeah,
I didn't
Joe's
think he was
like
that
5'8".
tall.
Or maybe what if
I gotta look it up.
I think Joe Rogan's like 5. I want to say he's like 5'8". I think. But maybe Pierre actually had to go on a soapbox or something to make him look even more dominant. Like he's already taller, but
it says he's between 5'7", 5'8".
Okay.
So we'll give him the benefit of the doubt and we'll just say 5'8". So actually that surprises me. I did not think Pierre was that tall.
Yeah. Yep. He's a bit of a mutant. Yeah. Anyone over 6 feet, you're technically a mutant.
Isn't that you then?
I am 6 feet. I'm not over 6 feet. See, if I was 6'1", then I'd say anyone above 6'1" is actually a mutant.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still a normal human. But any Hooters. So yeah, conservative leader Pierre Poilievre sat down for more than a 2-hour-long interview on the Joe Rogan Experience. Rogan's show ranks nearly nobody gives a shit. Early on in the interview, Rogan asked Pierre about Trump's repeated suggestion that Canada should become the 51st state and whether that had an impact on his chances in last year's election. Pierre didn't touch on why Trump's taunts impacted the election. He said he tries to live in the present. Oh boy, okay. But did firmly reject the notion that Canada could join the US. Oh, we're very proudly Canadian. We're never going to be the 51st state. Okay, yeah, sure. I wish he'd knock that shit off so that we can get back to talking about things that we could do as two separate countries that are actually friends.
Well, but you got to be friends. That's the thing. You can't just demand expect something. You have to actually be friendly with your quote unquote neighbors. So I think Trump and Carney need to sit down and actually figure their shit out. And, a little give and take on both ends, or else they're just going to keep fighting.
Well, and this is what this is the whole thing that he had campaigned on. This whole thing. Judge me by my grocery prices and the deals that we're going to get done. Well, no new deals and grocery prices are up. So, like, the two metrics that you apparently can influence and are going to be effective at actually influencing, that's not happening. We're seeing gasoline is now creeping up to $2 a liter.
God,
diesel
die a little bit inside.
It's super well. It's getting up there. It's $2 plus right now. And Canada, with some of the richest oil reserves in the world, we can't combat that. How does that work?
Wait, what?
Like, if Canada, with some of the strongest or the biggest oil reserves in the world, if we can't actually get those, if we can't supply ourselves, how the hell else are we we can't even weather the storm. We can't offset all the stuff that's going on within the Middle East. We can't. That's what I'm saying. We cannot actually impact or influence global fuel markets because Mr. Carney, Mr. World Banker extraordinaire, has taken an absolute axe to any attempts of prosperity. You dig?
You dig. Who you calling a cracker? Identify as black, thank you. God. Anyway. What's it called? No, I mean, Yeah, I lost it.
Fantastic.
Right? Oh
Um,
my god.
Okay, here we go. Here was an
Worst kind of human
interesting
being.
interesting part. So the two also discuss medical assistance in dying
Fix
and
it.
when it should be administered. Sorry. I'm working off one screen, so I can't see what you see. Later in the interview, Rogan gave Pierre the chance to criticize Connie for not stealing enough conservative ideas, but Pierre refused to do so.
Sorry,
Something-
that's what I was gonna say. I'm sorry. On topic, back off topic, whatever. We have enough oil here and stuff like that. So I don't understand. That's what I got distracted by. Yeah, I know. I just started thinking about drinks and him tinker and I just lost it. Anyway, but we have enough gasoline here. So like that's what I don't understand. It's like they literally, hey sis, sup? We're going to I'm going to the gas station. It's costing me like $106 just to fill up the tank, which is insane. And then we literally have oil here. So it shouldn't matter what's going on overseas, what kind of war is going on there. At that point, if it's costing more money to bring in oil from another country, why are we not using our own? We literally have the oil here to supply the country. The fact that people decide to, no, we're gonna we gotta sell it to this person and that person and da because that's what makes more sense economically is ridiculous.
Well, I'm just looking this up because Wrath of Reason had brought up, so 70% of all oil and gas companies have left in the last decade. Calgary is
left.
Well, so to build on top of what he was saying here, that we've seen a lot of companies have either like they've
Yes, you did.
we've seen a lot of companies that have said, hey, we've done our our environmental impacts, we've put in millions or even potentially billions of dollars for exploration. All the the companies have done their due diligence, and the government said, well, we don't know about that project, we're going to sit and wait. So companies don't have decades to sit and wait on a policy or a decision that they literally can't even get a straight answer on. So they're just going to go, you know what? I guess Canada isn't open for business. We're going to go somewhere else. Here we go. Several major international oil companies have exited or significantly reduced their presence in Canada. ConocoPhillips sold $17.7 billion in Canadian assets in 2017. Royal Dutch Shell sold all of its oil sand assets in 2017 for $7.25 billion. Kinder Morgan completed its exit from Canada in 2019, selling its Canadian arm for $2.5 billion. Statoil, I think. I'm having to read this because otherwise everything looks all like fucked up. Sold its Alberta oil sands assets in 2016 and exited the Canadian onshore market. Marathon Oil sold its Canadian oil sands operation again in 2017, focusing on lower cost assets. ExxonMobil, while still owning Imperial Oil, it has scaled back on new oil sand development. Chevron has been reducing its Canadian footprint, selling assets and cutting jobs. Devon Energy sold its Western Canada assets in 2014 and 15. So we have billions, hundreds of billions of dollars that are actually leaving this country. Hundreds of billions of dollars. So we are actually, because, and this, I don't have a problem. I obviously you need to have trade. You can't make everything in-house. Otherwise, you have the economy that Canada has. Most of our GDP is home sales.
What do you mean by homes? Like homes?
Like buying this house and someone, buying, someone selling, that is included in our GDP. Like that is the definition of like a strip mall economy. Canada is a strip mall economy.
Right.
Nah, Craig?
I do, and I think it's ridiculous. So Hemi here, I don't know if you noticed, he says Carney's Canada should invest more billions in Brookfield because of things and other stuff. That
Yeah.
sounds like very good reasons. I like it.
Well, because everything, like if you look at Brookfield's stock portfolio, their stock value, it's only gone up since Carney has got into office. So yeah, this doesn't bode well. Yeah. CN isn't even a Canadian company anymore. Is it CN or CP?
It isn't?
No. It's owned by Kansas City Rail or some shit like that.
What?
Yeah.
No, that's Canadian National Rail something. It's Canadian. Sorry.
Yeah, like how Boston Pizza's American.
And Tim Hortons is Canadian.
No, it's not.
You know.
It's East Indian. Actually, technically, it's Brazilian, but it's run by East Indians.
Well, okay, yeah, but I mean, technically speaking, Tim Hortons was a Canadian company, like made in Canada, but now I think the States owns it.
No,
It's
Brazil.
not
It's a
Canadian
Brazilian.
anymore.
It's a Brazilian company. Like literally, a Brazilian company bought it.
What? Really? I thought they just bought the coffee, or they had a coffee contract or something.
No.
I
Well,
mean,
I can't remember the name of. I can't remember the name of the company that bought it, but that's why everything there is shit. Like everything there, and you are seeing like that is just a microcosm of where Canada's go. Like if Tim Hortons, it is very much a Canadian, or was a Canadian institution.
no, I was right. So Tim Hortons is owned by Restaurant Brands International, also known as RBI, a Canadian-American fast food holding company based in Toronto. RBI was formed in 2014. Burger King acquired Tim Hortons with Brazilian investment firm 3G Capital,
Yes.
serving as the majority shareholder.
Yes.
I should have kept reading before I said I was correct.
Don't ever doubt me. Don't ever doubt me.
I will continue to doubt you in Google, but now we all learn together.
Yeah. Yeah, so Tim Hortons, and I think that's like the penultimate view of what a Canadian institution was, or it's the, well, I guess it is the view that basically anything that was Canadian no longer is, and it's like commodified and fucking like just treated like trash. So it becomes really demoralizing when you see that, you know, all this money that's leaving, everything that's going on, and you see, you know, we talked about it ad nauseum. 25% of people are using food banks on a regular basis. What was it, like 60? I want to say it was 60% of Canadians are living paycheck to paycheck. Like literally do not have any money in savings. You know, like this is a massive, massive problem. And then instead of like actually trying to encourage investment, and the only justification that I could even see for our government basically stealing people's land through native tribes, I would say it's in a certain aspect, it's actually easier. It's easier because if I'm business owner and I want to, you know, create a whatever housing or fuck whatever, instead of actually having to go to each individual person to you know, come up with a deal, get some holdouts that are make it, you know, inflate the price to an unreasonable amount, I just have to go to the government. I just have to go to the person that literally just says like, oh yeah. Oh, you're going to invest $100 billion in like revitalizing, you know, downtown Vancouver. Say no more. How much money do I get out of that? Cool. You know,
Nothing.
But yeah, so I guess we could respond to a couple of comments, but yeah, so CNRL just canceled $20 billion of expansion, costing thousands of jobs due to the production caps. Yeah. You know, elbows up, everyone. It was fantastic. I love seeing it. I love seeing Canadians getting royally screwed. I was going to say another word. I'll try not to.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't grape it.
Grape it, twist it, bop it. I'm going to come.
What was I gonna say?
Yeah. Oh, that yeah.
Sorry. There was a person going behind me. I was gonna say a
I'm gonna
dog,
come.
you know, just because I know. I didn't want to insult, sorry. Love you.
On. Go away. I'll see if I can find it. I love this.
Oh, I'm like, well, what are you saying? Do not.
Do
Don't
not come.
do it. Please don't.
Wait.
Do not come. Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
Do that again. Do that again. The way that he's like,
He's like, I'll stop. Yeah.
fantastic. Oh, God, I love it. Can you please send me that? I feel like I need to clip that and put it in our clips.
I'm gonna come.
Do not come.
Oh,
Just
man.
the way. Stop.
I know it very much reminded me of like Ricky Gervais or something. But so yeah, here I'll read a couple more. Hundreds of billions leaving, but the influx of medical doctors, Canada, our whole medical system is literally. In fact, I believe government came out was it a couple months ago, I think, or maybe last month or something, that our medical system, our whole medical system, is propped up by immigrants. Like,
Yep.
what? Yeah, because when I go to a doctor, I want them to rub like goat piss and matted fucking hair into a wound.
Well, I'm not really sure what doctor's office you're going to, but luckily, I have not had that happen.
I only go to the best doctors. No one else knows how to do it like I can.
The funny thing is that I don't remember the last white doctor I seen. What? Yeah, I said it. I literally even
Dr. Kaplan when I was like 7 years old.
Yes, that's so funny that we had the same doctor too. Loves it. You're just destined. So lame, I know. Anyway, but even thinking about like our doctor's office in our small town outside of our town, that all the doctors there's not one white doctor. The only white people there are the two receptionist ladies. That's it.
It's even questionable that they're actually women or white.
They're definitely women and they're definitely white. Relax.
Yeah,
That one girl, why can't I think of what her name is? Oh, I don't know. She's my favorite girl. She was like the chunky one. She's freaking tiny now. She went for that freaking surgery. She's so tiny. Every time I see her, she's tinier and tinier. I'm like, holy crap.
Yeah.
But
good for they them.
She's not a they them. Stop it. Don't insult her like that.
No, I don't know. All right.
She's
I
awesome.
want to talk about this because this makes my blood boil. So Rogan thoughts on medical assisted in dying. The two discuss medical MAID and when it should be administered. Rogan referenced stats that suggest 5% of all deaths in Canada are a result of MAID, calling that figure insane. I'm surprised CBC hasn't done like actually, try and fact check this crap.
Of course.
Polyev and the Khans voted against the legislation that legalized MAID in 2016, but the party-led leader told Rogan he thinks people should have the choice.
Oh, okay.
Polyev did reiterate that his party's stance against incoming changes to Canada's law that would allow suffering solely from mental illnesses to request MAID. We have to do more to give people hope when they're suffering with mental illness. give people a sense that they can take back control of their lives, Polyev said, citing the promotion of fitness as a way to combat mental health issues. So, yeah, I have a love-hate view with MAID. I support MAID for people that are terminally ill. I always talk about the story. What?
I was trying to point to you and agree. Like, yes, I
Oh.
agree with that. However, I'm all backwards up here. So
Okay. Fucking drunk. Are you drunk? Why are you gay?
not yet. Not yet. I'm working for it. Trying to get-
But when yes, and when we've implemented, or I'll say this, you know, my grandmother died from Lou Gehrig's disease, and
my grandfather.
it was a terrible way for someone to watch someone die. And I have no problem if someone says, "Hey, you know what? I'm my ticket's punched. I know where this train's going, and I'm not getting off it." I don't have a problem with someone like that. I have a very big problem where someone that has seasonal depression, 26-year-old seasonal depression, and they go, "Oh, yeah, how about we do you? How about we get rid of you?" And when we have people like Dr. Mangala, Dr. Webb out of BC, killing 500 people who were ineligible for MAID, got it. Who should not have, but this person went, yeah, we're going to do that anyways. I think that's a disgusting precedent to set.
You know what the funny thing? Like, okay, I'm not sure about this Dr. Mangala, whatever. It specifically, words are friends. But I know, wasn't it Kevorkian that was killing people who were like suffering and stuff like that? Am I wrong with the names here? Or did Magdala do the same thing?
Well,
Was he
Dr.
actually
Mangala.
like euthanizing people who were actually like suffering and stuff like that? Or was it just like, oh, I'm gonna kill you?
Oh no, it was all like through experimentation and you know, it was under the guise of compassion, of being caring, that these people are you know, they're hurt and we need to, you know, alleviate them of their issues, much like when our government wanted to implement. And this is again, I've said this many times. I look at the media as like the tendrils for where the government wants the national conversation to go. They're putting their feelers out, the little fucking hentai tendrils. That's what they're doing. So when you see an outrageous headline that goes, well, should children be allowed to be part of MAID? Should we extend that? That is where they want the discussion to go. So they're already priming you for, maybe. But just seeing where the national conversation is going. So when the policy, remember this was during COVID, like at the tail end of it, our government was saying, well, if people have anxiety, you could have vaccine hesitancy could be seen as a type of anxiety. And that now where are we? The guardrail was mental health was not a sole reason as to why.
Yeah.
And now they've removed that barrier. Now, if you have anxiety, now all it takes is, well, what if, you know what? You're saying a lot of real crazy shit there, Tyler. I don't really like those types of views. You don't seem in sound mind. The government, we should step in because we know better than you. I have a real big problem when you start seeing headlines, and we talked about this a couple weeks ago. Should babies be eligible for MAID?
Yes.
So that's the next piece of legislation that they're going to try and ram through.
Which it's just it's mind-boggling. Like we have JL, who has been joining us most Saturdays. Couldn't be here today because job hunting, but I digress. He had an issue when he was younger, and he was literally told, or the doctors literally told his parents he has a week to live. So love him as much as you possibly can. Like, this is when he was born. And that was in 1982, and he is still here. So had that option been available back then, he would not be here anymore. Like, it's just, that was a very big topic that we were talking about that really bothered him. Like, it really hit deep, because he's like, I wouldn't be here right now if that option was available to my parents, because they're thinking, okay, well, I don't want my kid to suffer, so let's just come out. And who knows what it has. And I was correct. It was Kevorkian. Kevorkian was the one who assisted suicide to 130 patients in the end. And he was a very big advocate on assisted suicide.
Okay.
So that, he was born 1928 and he died in 2011 at 83 years old. So when it comes to things like that, like, yes, like I remember when even speaking with like the whole Lou Gehrig's thing with your grandma, my godfather also had Lou Gehrig's disease. And I know when he had it, like even looking into alternate options, like whether it was marijuana or whatever it is, like other alternate testing, or not testing, but like alternatives that they could try to see if it even worked, he was denied for everything. And I think it's ridiculous. Like, you have a person who is literally given a death sentence, and they're like, okay, let's try whatever it takes. Like, let's try your Chinese shark soup. Let's try some ganja man, like whatever it is. Like
experimental treatments. Like, okay,
let's try it.
We like, modern science, we don't have a solution for it. But because we can actually, where this stuff is being trialed, is being tested, it might not work. It's an attempt. What do you got to lose? What do you got to lose? Like, you would actually be doing something to save people, push this forward, which I can understand it. And I think it's more, is it like an altruistic, or are people doing it for, maybe it's the intent of it. Maybe we guys, fuck, I was reading chat. Turn off chat. No, it's fine. But I think with those types of things, I think it is very, very important, and we should be very, very aware of it. So I actually have the clip here, and I would like to play a bit of it.
Amazing place. It's a great country, and to see it go the way it's been going and sliding the way it's been happening over the last X amount of years, there's just so many things that concern me. One of the things that really concerns me is this assisted suicide thing. That 1 in 20 deaths in Canada is now assisted suicide. That's insane.
Well, listen, my view is that people should have the choice. But the concern we have is the suggestion that it would be offered to kids or offered to people whose only condition is mental illness.
Right.
I don't agree with that.
My concern as well. I mean, if someone's got a terminal, like a good friend of mine went to Oregon to end his life because he had ALS.
Okay.
But I mean, he was gone. I mean, he could barely talk at the end of his life. His name is Michael Lair. He was a regular guest on Kill Tony. Great guy.
Right.
And it was horrible. I mean, watching him fade away, and he wanted to go out on his own terms. So he went to Oregon for assisted suicide.
Should I call Pierre fucking Darth Pierre? Can I call it?
For it.
Put the camera on too fast. You could.
Yeah.
But I mean,
busted.
Darth Pierre.
He did it for seasonal depression. I'm sure you're aware of that case.
I am.
Like, who allowed that to happen? Who didn't counsel this young guy? Who didn't give him a hug? Who didn't tell him about diet and exercise and changing your surroundings, your lifestyle, and just do something to give you some hope and happiness? Like, seasonal depression, really? You're going to end your life, this beautiful life on this planet, for seasonal depression? That's crazy.
That's why we have to do more to give.
This is why I can't.
You know, the CBC actually made Pierre look better than what he actually, you know, how he actually viewed. Where is the outrage? Where is the guy saying, like, if that was my kid, 26 years old, seasonal depression, we fought. If he, like, oh, fuck, man, this shit pisses me off. That stuff really pisses me off.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Like, oh, hey, you know what, Joe? You know what? You think that's bad? Here, let me give you the deets. Let me give you the deets on this one. That guy was originally in Ontario and he was denied. His family was actually fighting to try and keep him alive. But he ended up finding old Dr. Mangle in BC, Dr. Webb, who said that no, I'll do the procedure even though I shouldn't. This is how disconnected this liberal government, the government in Canada, has become. I wish there was some fucking passion from this guy, and it actually pisses me off that he actually shows no passion. It just feels like indifferent talking point bullshit. So I can't fucking stand him.
I mean, you're not wrong. I think I don't know what Joe said. Like, where was anybody? Like, you literally had his parents advocating for him, and they didn't even know until after their son was gone. Like, that is so disgusting.
Yeah,
I can't even. He was 26 years old, seasonal depression. Like, I can't. Do you want some happy pills? I got some extra. I'll give you some forking happy pills, okay?
But
there's a brighter light on the other side.
This just shows the level of disconnect that every single politician, even, people that phone Pierre, people that phone, our conservative MPs, say, hey, this is a big problem. I don't like where this is going. We need to change these programs or, have a massive overhaul with them. Not a peep. Not a peep. Nothing at the CPC National Convention. Nothing. And that is Pierre's cross to bear. They voted on Bill C-4, which kicked off this entire thing.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know. This whole maid thing really pisses me off. Especially when we think we literally Kevorkian. He was actually literally helping people who were suffering. And I go back to this a lot of times with my Baba. Now, my Baba, she lived to 100 years old. And she was doing quite well until her mid-90s when things started being not so great. And my Baba suffered so much. She started getting dementia, which breaks my heart. Plus the sores and stuff she was getting on her body. Like she suffered. Like, she spent the majority of her time screaming and or hallucinating. And something like MAID is not available for her because they said that she's not of sound mind to consent to that. But yet you take people who have mental illness, whether it's seasonal depression, anxiety, whatever it may be. Oh, hell, I didn't want to get the new COVID vaccine. Here's your MAID. Oh, thank you.
How about a 9-year-old? How about a 9-year-old that's encouraged to mutilate their bodies?
That too.
But
so this is allowed. You're allowed to have children completely disfigure their bodies for life. You are allowed to have somebody who suffer from anxiety or seasonal depression, whatever, make these decisions. And if you want to talk about that, these people, all of them, are not of sound, clear, understanding mind to make said decision. But yet my Baba, who was screaming and suffering in pain, you denied her because she wasn't of sound mind. Are you fucking kidding me? Like that was the one situation where MAID would have been a beneficial thing. It would have helped her, put her out of suffering. She was begging to die. And that is heartbreaking, seeing somebody literally begging, God, please take me. I don't want to live anymore. Please just let me die. And you wouldn't help her. Some 26-year-old healthy human being who had depression. There you go. Get fucked. Sorry, this really pisses me off.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm just seeing, like, I'm looking up some clips. It, oh, man. Seeing this CPC like chuds. It's like, holy shit, you fucking people. It's just whatever Pierre says. Oh, gotta get on my knees. Like, whatever.
Facts,
I honestly,
facts. Sorry,
What?
just this comment here, actually from JL. He said there's a big difference between kids playing dress up like he did and being trans, which he's not.
yeah, I played dress up. What kid didn't play dress up where they, took their
What?
mom's hat and like their dad's
High
coat
heels.
and whatever? Yeah.
Are you
Like-
kidding me? I grew up with boys, and literally they're putting on like I used to have a dress of my mom's that I absolutely used to love, that I used to play dress up in, and a pair of her heels that I'd walk around in. They did the same thing. It's not like I was like, ew, what's wrong with you? Oh my God.
Or you,
my God,
you
you
put
need
on
to
a
shove your
woman's
dick
dress? Yeah, we need to trans you.
Yeah.
I'll have a phone call with your doctor tomorrow, and then surgery. But mom, I want to be a T-Rex tomorrow.
Is it? Are you on our side, or are you against us right now? I'm curious about that one. Wrath of Reason said this is actually one of my favorite topics to debate.
Yeah, and I see a lot of Americans like hold this position that, like, look, it's great. We need more of these social programs. We need this type of stuff, and it's compassion. It's compassionate. Everything is through this emotional type of lens. And I can't stand the emotional pleading. I can't. Makes my fucking just.
Right.
Ugh.
Right.
But I don't know. Looking at some clips, the one. Oh man, I'll see if I could. He says where he would vote for him. Ugh. Joe.
Ugh.
Do well. Do
Joe.
good for the people. And I think your message resonates with me.
Thank
and
you.
if I was a Canadian, I would vote for you 100%.
Thank you for that. Well, it's a privilege to do this work, and I consider it very humbling, and I'm very proud to be Canadian and to take the message of Canada here to our American friends.
Well, I'm glad you're here doing that, and I think
Thank you.
this is going to have a big impact. And I
Absolutely.
really hope it moves the needle up in Canada.
Absolutely. And down here, we got to get these tariffs gone.
Yeah.
Get the tariffs gone.
Well, let's work it out.
Right
Work
on.
it out. And if you win, I'm coming up there. I promise.
Well, we're going to try to get you up there earlier. I'm going to keep working on you.
Okay.
And you look at that maple leaf on your new kettlebell every day. Eventually, we're gonna work subliminally into your subconscious and get you
Well,
up.
look, like I said, you don't have to sell me on Canada. I
Right
love
on.
Canada, and I love that gift. So thank
Love
you
it.
so much. I
Thank
really
you very
appreciate it.
much.
Thank you for being here.
Thank
It was
you.
awesome.
On we go.
Thank you.
I mean, it's really hard to say though, because I didn't watch the whole thing. I didn't see the whole context of why he's saying that. I mean, maybe I'll watch it or listen to it like tomorrow or on Monday, and I'll be, hey, I'll vote for Pierre. Pierre got me before. But it was when push come to shove and people started comparing him to Trump. Yeah, that's it. Trump, that all of a sudden he turned into a little bitch. And all of a sudden didn't fight anymore. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, this
Well-
isn't the Pierre that I want and did vote for. I don't know what's happening to you right now, but figure your shit out.
Well, I don't know. Like, I think that there is a lot that you kind of glean in those kind of long form discussions. Like, sorry, I'm burping like a mother.
Sexy.
In those long form discussions, you can only hold it for so long. And there's very much points in that conversation that that Joe Rogan was kind of calling out these types of things. But it like so it was Pierre's whole reason of going like I'll try and put this into perspective. Pierre couldn't go down there, he said, because he was during an election. He can't leave the country.
Oh, but yet they elected a guy who wasn't even living in Canada. But okay, carry on.
Well, which was total crap. And then, okay, so he couldn't go down there to campaign, but he can go down there now for CUSMA.
What's CUSMA?
Canada, US, Mexico trade agreement.
Interesting. Okay.
So is that more important than actually getting like conservative policies through? Like, is a trade deal more important than an election?
I mean, no.
But
like I said, I don't know. Maybe his wife like kicked him in the dick really hard and actually found his balls somewhere. Maybe she like kicked them out of his asshole and he started becoming a man again. I really don't know. I mean, it just, like I said, once people started comparing him, he turned into a little bitch, and it seems like now he's all of a sudden found his voice again. So, you found your voice and you're going to listen to the people and you're going to fight for the people. That's great, but just continue actually fighting. And don't bitch out again. And you got fucking 4 years. You got to wait. Good job. And we're stuck with this stupid, annoying guy.
What did I say? I like non-campaigning Pierre, and I can't stand campaigning Pierre. Those are two different people.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah, hey, I agree with what he's saying with trade deals, and yeah, I agree with in principle, but it's like, I don't know. He doesn't inspire me. He doesn't inspire. So
he did for a while, like I said, until he was starting to become compared to Trump and he bitched out. Then all of a sudden he didn't. He was before and is now, but now I have that. It's like what we were talking about with like friends or people, how something kind of happened and now you're like, okay, you're over here now. Like things are not the same.
Mm-hmm.
I have you at a distant now. And that's how I feel with him. Like he's saying the right things. He's doing the right things, but the words that are coming out of your mouth, I'm sorry, I'm still remembering this. And you're here because I can't fully trust you right now.
Well, and I had seen a comment earlier. I didn't see who had posted it.
What was the comment? I'll find it.
Yeah, so Johnny, like JT, says that these people are addicted to letting the state make their decisions for them. And I know we were talking like with regards to like MAID and stuff like that, but I think this is the same thing, and this is the argument that I've been making. The left do not have a God. They view the world as the if you want to use like a religious or biblical type of aspect, they are trying to create what their version of a heaven on earth would be because just not being a god or not being a god, not being religious. But it seems like with the right, because they always kind of default, and you see this with their policies, with how they talk, and I notice this a lot. It's like they are seeking a god to come and fix their problems. And I mean that like metaphorically. They're always looking for someone else to solve their problems, or what do I really care? This plane is temporary, but in heaven, it's eternity. So really, why should I care about here when my true salvation is once I actually leave this place? So that's kind of like the view that I've been able to kind of figure out between the two sides. So
Yeah. Guess what? That's what happened in Rome. They said, as long as you entertain us, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Ugh. That reminds me, sorry, like hearing that reminds me of our stupid Hollywood now. There was, it's funny because I was watching a thing before we had started. And I guess Taylor Swift put out a thing that she was not going to be releasing any more music until the war is done. And there's a guy that releases like, who gives a fuck? Like, other than 13-year-old girls and gay guys, who cares? Like, nobody cares.
Knock, knock. Nobody cares.
Right? It's just, I mean, I don't know. Celebrities and stuff like that. Like, I used to, back in the day, buy all the magazines. I was addicted to People in Touch, Us Weekly. Every forking week, I got those magazines. Star Magazine, like clockwork. I was addicted to it. I loved it. And now I'm like, when I hear celebrities talk, 95% of the time, I'm like, just shut the fuck up. Just sit there, do your monkey dance. You're getting paid to do a job. Do your job. Shut the fuck up. Nobody cares what you have to say. I don't care. Actually, the more you speak, the more I dislike you.
Yeah.
So if you want to keep your fans, shut up.
There was a celebrity that they were asked like about there was the thing with Jelly Roll. They're like, well, what are your view on Trump and ICE or whatever? He's like, I'm an entertainer. I don't know shit.
Right?
Like, it was like that. I'm paraphrasing. Oh my God.
I unmuted at the worst time ever. Judy or Belch will be famous. I mean,
and so because these people, the way that I view any celebrities, any of them, Rob Schneider, same thing. Don't really give a shit. You are, well, I guess the only kind of caveat that I would make would be with like comedians, because they very much have to pay attention to okay, we gotta chill. You chill.
Me?
Yes.
Me? I am chill. I've read here, it says, who's Judy? Judy is my friend who's visiting.
Yeah. So I kind of put comedians in a bit of a different box, because they very much pay attention to what is actually going on in the world. They have to make that type of referential treatment. They're always paying attention to that type of stuff. So I kind of put them in a bit of a different position, rather than Selena Gomez, where she's sitting there crying about, oh, my people are being deported. They're being deported. Yeah, you mean the criminals? You mean the criminals?
Are your people the criminals?
Yeah.
The people, are your people criminals? Are you a criminal? Are you an illegal? Shut up. If you're not, shut up.
Exactly. So no, I don't want to hear from celebrities. The best is the way I view them. You are the court jester. You are the lowest, or some of the lowest forms of people within society. No one cares about your opinions. Ricky Gervais said it best. Nobody cares. You are in no position to lecture anyone on anything ever.
Yeah.
Go get your award, thank your God, and fuck off.
I know that literally the last award show that he did, chef's kiss. he did such an amazing job, and he roasted everybody. And it's funny because at the whatever it was this year, what it was at the Grammys or whatever it was.
Oh, with Trevor Noah.
Oh my God. He's sitting there trying to like roast people, but he's roasting people who aren't even there. He's roasting Trump and this and that, and like people who aren't even in the building. And he's like, it's my last year, whatever. Like he's trying to pull a fucking Ricky Gervais.
I don't care. I'm attacking the safe people here in this room. I'm not going to criticize any of you Harvey Weinstein lovers. I'm not going to criticize, you Epstein aficionados looking at you, Tom Hanks. Like, he didn't do any of that. He's like, look, Orange Man bad. Am I right? Oh, Kristi Noem. Am I right? Oh, Alex Preddy. Like, yeah. Oh, you're so fucking edgy.
Yeah, he bitched about Trump and Nicki Minaj, two people that weren't even there. Oh my God, you are so hardcore. Oh my God. Ricky Gervais literally was bitching and calling out the people that were directly in front of him. Leonardo DiCaprio, Tom Hanks, all the other elites. He literally called them all out standing on top of that stage. Now that man's got big cojones. Now he went out with a bang. Trevor Noah, oh my God, you were such a little bitch. Oh my God.
Limp-wristed.
You're right. Oops, I dropped the soap. Yeah, that's you.
Got him, you little
Beta.
There we go.
Yes, Billy Crystal was awesome. I like Billy Crystal. Oh my God.
I don't remember who Billy Crystal is.
I love Kesha. What does this say?
Why?
I love Kesha. It ain't me, babe. She's one brave woman. What?
I can't remember who Kesha
What did Kesha do? Did Kesha do something like recently that it was actually kind of cool? Yes, we are. Thank you for noticing.
What's a Kesha? Is it just
like, I know
she's
who Kesha is. Like, I know who Kesha is, but like, did she do something or say something recently? Seeing as how you're saying she's one brave woman, what did she say? American Music Awards. Look up. It ain't me, babe. Oh, okay. Well.
Oh, we'll have to check it out later. It ain't me, babe.
Or you talk now and I'll check it out.
Well, I wanted to talk about the Cuba thing before we get out of here.
Oh, Bob Dylan. Oh, is it just, did she just do a song or did she actually say something?
Well, let's talk about Cuba. We'll have to look it up after.
All
right, so
it's just cover. Okay.
So should we talk about the Cuba? What's the best way to say Cuba? The revolution. What's going on right now?
Go with
the embargo.
Well, but what else we could do is
Lisa, I want some more.
Yeah, we need more.
So,
okay,
we're familiar with what's going on in Cuba, so
okay. So from what I can tell, so there was I was watching Steven Crowder because I heart Steven Crowder, and he had a lady that was on, which was I think on TikTok and stuff like that. She goes by Spanglish or something like that. Anyway, she's a TikToker. She's actually a teacher from Cuba, and she came on and was doing a lot of talking about this. So with the same situation, like what we had kind of had with our neighbors during Venezuela, that she left Cuba, whatever, and she's got family that's still there. And same thing as people are sitting there freaking out about everything, you have Cubans who are actually happy and excited about the stuff that's going on in Cuba. So she was explaining about how in Cuba, because you have, oh my God, was it, oh my God, Trevor Noah's name is stuck in my head, but it's not Hassan.
Oh,
Hassan Piker. Him and freaking Greta Thunberg are going to Cuba to bring aid. They're going with ships and planes to bring aid to the Cubans who are suffering. And she was just like, are you forking serious?
They
that stuff is not going to reach the Cubans, the people. That goes to the government. They literally have deals with the government that is going there. The only reason they are allowed to go there is because they are working in cahoots with the government. So the government, yes, is allowing them to go in. They've worked out with some people so then, yes, they can get their photos and, oh yeah, these people are getting stuff, but it doesn't. It all goes to the government. The Cubans don't ever see anything. So the thing is with Greta Thunberg, she's sitting there bitching about how, fuel's not coming over to Cuba and this isn't coming to Cuba. So the Cuban people are suffering. And this woman's like, it's no different than what we've already been dealing with. Like, it's literally no change for us. The thing is what Trump is doing is actually cutting the government off. Yeah. Which is what we need. And you have people like this Hassan Piker and Greta Thunberg who are going over there and they're enabling the government. They're giving them the things that they need and the things that they want so they can keep sustaining themselves when literally
it's government, not the people.
Correct. Which is not helping the Cuban people in the slightest. They are going there to help the government. That is it.
Oh, no,
where Trump is trying to cut them off.
Well, and it is funny. So Hassan Piker is a U.S. national. He is not a native-born American, and he did an interview with a CCP official. So this guy is bought and he is the most disingenuous, snake-skinned fuck I've ever seen in my life.
Animal abuser.
Yeah, repeated animal abuser. He's not a good person. I'll say that flat out. Like, I know, real edgy. He's not a good dude. No,
he's not.
He's duplicitous. He's a liar. He is trying to fabricate a narrative that doesn't exist. And isn't it funny? Every single one of these goddamn communists, every single one of them. Why did capitalists need to intervene and prop up communist countries? You guys want your no power structure and everything else. The thing is, these people, they know. Hassan knows. He just wants he wants to tear down the American capitalist system because he thinks, and they've said, America is it's structured like a pyramid. What they want to do, they want to topple that pyramid. And they hope that they would be on top. But Hassan, thinking that he's going to be the leader of this stupid revolution, communists say liberals get the bullets too. Mm-hmm. They don't hide this type of stuff. And the only way that you can maintain a dictator communist nation is you remove every single revolutionary, every thinker within that revolution gets removed. All of them.
Agreed.
And then it perpetuates in a state, much like Russia, where, hey, they have an election. Did you know North Korea just had an election?
Nope.
Weird. Kim Jong-un won with 99.83% of the vote. And the joke that was running around is...
Stop!
Percent of North Korea's population will be gone by tomorrow. So we're looking at this going on. Again, I thought communists don't care about property, don't care about monetary, don't care about this stuff. It's all just a big utopia. Then why is Cuba stuck in the 1950s? Why is Cuba still dealing with all of these problems? Because communism, It has never worked out. It will never work out. I don't care how many people that sit there and go, well, they just did it wrong because because it was corrupted. Yeah, who enforces your communist world? You need an enforcement mechanism for that. You de facto have to create a government in order for that thing to actually work. So all you do is, hey, you have too much, you don't have enough. Well, we can't utopia our way out of this. So a government structure has to come in. Like, that's how every single people need structure. Whatever that government is, it's like throughout history, there's always been some type of government, there's been some type of hierarchy. Oh yeah, you mean Canada? Yeah, we're not far off. We're voting this stuff in. Like, it's just soon enough. And I very much think that COVID was the mask ripping off. And now it's okay, we've put our cards on the table, nuts on the table, all right? We're nuts on the table, we're going to win. Now they're just waiting for the dealer to play the cards so that they do win. They pushed all their chips into the center, nuts on the table. All right, it's go time.
Well, so this girl was also talking about how, like you had mentioned about how, Cuba's got all the cool cars and all the old cars and this and that, right?
That are held together with duct tape and paper that's stuffed in holes to try and make them look like they're actually functioning.
Well, and the thing is, like, a lot of them, they are in really good condition and stuff like that. But you think they're mechanics and stuff like that. The only parts that they have are parts from these old vehicles. They don't have any newer parts. They don't have any newer vehicles. And it has, and it's because of the communism. So she was complaining, or I don't like saying complaining, but she was talking about how, too, you literally have people who go down to Cuba. And of course, before the embargo was lifted, you had only Canadians were allowed to go there. So if Americans wanted to go there, they had to go in through Canada. But she was saying that it's like people go there and, oh my God, it's so beautiful. It's so vintage. She's like, it's not vintage. Like, we're stuck here. We can't get past it.
You're stuck in Fidel's revolution.
Yes. It's not a vintage thing. We're stuck.
I know. It's like they just chose to, like, they hit the 1950s, really weird year, just to stop any and all progress. Right. Like, but these people, like, Hassan, Greta, all these people are first order thinkers, or they are intentionally lying, much like Vosh has said. Okay, I will hang him proverbially with these words. He says, I am here to win for communism. I am not here to lose. I will lie. I will cheat. I will do whatever it takes to win. So Hassan isn't dumb. He's a himbo and very much loves his communist authoritarianism, but he's not he's not an idiot. He's very much aware of what he's doing. CBC just did a big expose with him. So,
well, I mean, so I would assume so is Greta Thunberg. Like, she's young and dumb, but the thing is, like, she's sitting there complaining about fossil fuels and stuff like that, but then wanting to stop them. But then the funny thing is, but then she's sitting there complaining about how fuel's not getting to Cuba and the Cuban people need it. So now all of a sudden she's fighting for these fuels to get to Cuba. It's like, do you realize how stupid you look right now? Like, you're not a stupid person, I don't think.
No, she actually is. I think she's actually a fucking retard.
She might be. Like, she's somebody who thinks she's smart, but it's like, do you not see what you're doing? Like, how absolutely retarded, you're welcome, YouTube, that completely is. It makes zero sense. Suck, knife.
That I think you bring up a good point. The same people that say we need to stop oil, we need to stop all petroleum, no more new wells and all this stuff. And then it's like, wait, but these people, no, weird. Where's the great leap forward? They didn't choose 1950. They are stuck in 1950, and they're stuck with the technology of the 1950s because communism. Like, you did it backwards, you dipshit. You're muted.
Oh my God. That's what I did backwards. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like looking in the comments because I thought you were talking to someone other than me. Wah. No, it was me. I should know. I am Queen Dumbass. Anyway.
Dumb.
Big dumb beach. Anyway. But it's fudge. Okay, what did you just say before you called me a big dumb beach?
About the oil going in, the revolution. Like they're not choosing the 1950s, like all their technology.
Yeah. So like literally what they're doing, like Greta Thunberg, who's complaining about fossil fuels and stuff like that, now that's actually advocating for fossil fuels to get to Cuba. Go figure. What these people are actually doing, and people need to open up their eyeballs, is that her and Hassan are literally helping the government and giving the government a foot. So then they're going to go there. They're going to have their cameras. They've already worked it out with the government that they can come in there. Like, do you not think that they have this worked out? The government would not allow them to come in if they were actually coming in there to help the Cubans, Cubans, yeah, the actual people of Cuba. If they were going in there to help them and to expose the government, they would not be allowed in there. They've got their cahoots going on. They're going to be allowed in there, and they're going to be allowed to show certain things, which is going to then show the world, no. Yep. Cuban people are happy. They don't need this. They're suffering. Even
they're
though they're
happy.
Not, there's no different than exactly. There's no different than anything else. She was talking about how Cubans aren't allowed electricity. She's like, but it's funny because then you have what's his name? Che Guevara or whatever. And they're people that can go into the hospitals and stuff like that. Oh, they got electricity. What are the odds? Nobody else is allowed electricity.
Well, not Che Guevara, but is this
Castro? Or whoever the fork
No, it's whatever. It's like his cousin or uncle or something.
I don't know.
I can't remember. I don't really care. I think Cuba's a disgusting country. I think what these people are what Hassan and all these people are propping up is an authoritarian dictator who every opportunity will slaughter their own people, will leave them in abject poverty. Like, why are people like Kim Jong-un and such, why are they fat but yet their people are starving?
Right, they're so skinny.
Like, isn't it like, is that not just like a very but I guess not.
Well, it's funny because back in the day we would be considered wealthy people, or people would look at us that we were wealthy because we're fat fucks.
Hell yeah, baby. Wrath of Reason and said, so it's sad. 15 years ago, I was proud Canadian. Now I don't even celebrate Canada Day anymore. I disagree with that. I disagree because you still have to kind of hold those traditions. I think you have to still, I'll take the L on Mr. E, a little bitch. That we have to have faith in our institutions and the values and the culture that Canada was. So I can love my country, but I can sure as hell hate my government. And trust me, I hate my government, but I still love my country.
Yeah. I would agree with that.
And so I think that's why it is important that, July 1st. Yeah, July 1st. I thought I said January 1st. July 1st. That is why You know, we go out and we celebrate. What has this country done? Like here we go, Wrath of Reason. I'll give you some reasons why you should actually be really proud of Canada, even of today. Almost every single major innovation has come from Canada. We have actually pushed the world forward. Now, you know, whether it was through the Avro Arrow or any type of industry, look at Shopify. Good old little guy out of Toronto started that. Shopify, the largest online,
Blowupyourlife.ca.
I don't know, whatever that is.
My website on
Oh my God,
Shopify.
shut the fuck up. I know. So you look at all the innovation and look at most of the programs that are happening within the United States is because of Canadian innovation, Canadian ingenuity. That's what's actually going on here. People can't make it in Canada. They have the great ideas. Canada is producing, whether it's in their entertainment, in their music, television, radio, whatever. You know, the U.S. is actually, a lot of it is propped up because of Canadian talent. A lot of it. Their most iconic people: Robin Williams, Jim Carrey, Ryan Reynolds. Like, these massive blockbuster people weren't Canadian or weren't American. They were Canadian.
Huh. Interesting.
All the innovation that goes on. You know, remember, this is like a kind of messed up kind of point of pride. Basically, the whole reason the Geneva Convention exists is because the shit Canada does.
Right.
Shania Twain, get that man out of here. He brought up Shania Twain. Get him out of here. Mods ban him.
Well, he said, oh my God. Yes. I don't know. I had something. I got distracted by Shania Twain. God, Tinker, you're just forking me over all night, aren't you?
You know, but it is that. It is what is Canadian culture. What does it actually mean to be Canadian? Because it's not an ethnic group. I wouldn't look at it as an ethnic group. I look at it as it's an idea. And ideas can be changed, but there are core fundamentals to it. So Canada culture was always about, you know, that type of innovation. Big thinkers with shoestring budgets, making the impossible possible. That always looked out for each other. So I will still fly this flag, because I that is what it is talking to. If the Liberals are flying the flag, I don't care. Then it just looks like, you know, the freedom, like you only like your country because of the ideas that only you, because your government reflects your values. And I think that's I don't think you want to go down that road, because then what? We have a country that, when the Liberals are in power, they have an amended Canadian flag that only represents one side of the political spectrum. And when the Conservatives maybe one day actually get into office, and they have to have a different Canadian flag.
Yeah. I mean, it's like I've said multiple times in previous podcasts, the one time that I've always loved Canada, but Canada to me has seemed to have cancer for a very long time. It's been very cancerous. And during the Freedom Convoy was the first time it was in remission. And I felt proud to be Canadian again. I want to feel that way again. I want to see the Canadian flag and hear people honk their horns and see all the vehicles flying the flag and get those goosebumps and chills all over my body again. I want to be proud of Canada, and there's a lot to be proud of Canada for, but there's so much that it's just, what are y'all doing? What are you doing? That the Liberals have been trying to destroy Canada, and we need to stand up and take it back. We really do.
Sound like fighting words.
What?
No, I agree
Sounds
with
like-
you. I was joking that that'll sound like fighting words.
Dang right. Let's get our pitchforks and stuff. I don't know. Yeah.
Sorry, I was reading chat and like, what the fuck is this Eldar talking about?
I don't know. I think that a lot.
Ever hear of
Loving Instagram.
Malcolm Lowry, 1953? Christ walks in this Infernal District too. No.
Is he carrying a Canadian flag? I don't really understand where that came from. Did you just have one of those beautiful minds?
What is it?
Very
Infernal.
heady reading.
I'll check it out.
Interesting.
Oh, there you go. PPB. Christ walks in this Infernal District too. No, I'll check it out. I will check it out. But
So I will say, including with Cuba, I think that, so she had made mention about how Ken, just as the Venezuelan people, they're happy to have American help. And the
but
thing
nothing
is,
changed.
nothing
Nothing
not yet.
changed in Venezuela. It was the idea of hope. Like, I think it's just being like a realist. Like, Maduro wasn't playing ball with the United States, so they're like, okay, we're going to take you out and we're going to put in someone that's like, the dictator will still be there, but they're working for the Americans now.
I mean, maybe I don't really know too much about Venezuela. We should get our people back on to talk more about it to see if there's anything that's changed or whatever. But
Go look it up. Nothing has changed.
I mean, you think, the funny thing is, like, this lady was talking about how when they saw stuff happening in Venezuela, like, her and her family were hoping that the Americans would come. And the thing is, like, so many people, I was having this conversation with somebody the other day who's very who has TDS, we'll just say. And I'm like, you know what? Like, it's just, I understand what you're saying here, but when you literally see the people from Venezuela, the people from Iran who are cheering and they're happy that the Americans came in to help try to liberate them, I'm like, how do you look at this and say that Trump is horrible? Trump is bad. Trump is this, Trump is that, when literally the people from that country are happy that this is happening. It's a little hard for me to be on your side here. I'm looking at the people, not you have Americans, Canadians who are sitting there protesting all the shit. What? They're nowhere near there. They're looking at it from an outside perspective, and they're not even listening to the people who are from that country that are saying thank you. Like, it blows my mind. It literally does. And now you have Cuba, who a bunch of people were saying, oh, Cuba's going to be next. Cuba's going to be next. And this woman here was saying they were hoping Cuba was going to be next. They were hoping America was going to come in and stop this stuff. So, I mean, the thing is, people can look at Trump like he's the big bad and he's going in trying to take over all these places. But when I'm hearing people from the places saying thank you and we were begging for help, my hands are up. I don't know. It sounds like he's doing a good thing to me. It really does. You need to convince me that he is not doing a good thing. And you need to convince me by the people who are there. Because your words mean absolutely nothing being in a completely different country when the people in that country are saying thank you and praising the person. Like, I'm sorry.
It's like if the police went in to stop a kidnap victim And instead of you saying like, oh, the police stepping in and actually stopping this and freeing this person, they're like, how dare you intervene? You're such a bad person for stopping the abuse that was taking place here. That's like what they're
Right.
at. Like that's their the allegory, or not allegory, but the whatever.
I know what
Can't remember
you're
the word.
saying, and that exactly, like, it makes zero sense whatsoever. It really does.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say we can wrap it up there.
Okay, hold on. Before we wrap it up, so this is where I was going. Before we wrap things up, I'm gonna go over just a couple comments that we had that I had starred for us to go through. And there's one thing I wanted to show before we peace out that explains Canadian healthcare very well to people who might not be Canadian who think we have great healthcare. But we have here from Johnny, who says, I don't think we're a mature enough country to have MAID. I think because of that, if we utilize it, it will always devolve into unsustainable usage.
Unsuitable, you dick.
Thank you. I can't read. Okay. I can't spell. I can't read. I am dumb. DMB. That's how you spell it, right? Then we got here from the Wrath of Reason. Here's a sad thing. I have lived where I live for 5 years and cannot get a family doctor. 5 years, and I have been on a waiting list. I was told this because I was. Stop. You were told that because you were white? That you've been put on a waiting list? You're kidding, right? Is this a joke? I mean, obviously it's not a joke, but this is insane.
It is comments like that. Oh, perfect freeze right on. Was she putting in cornrows?
Did it really? I froze with her behind me.
Yeah,
That's funny. That's fine. That's funny.
No, and this stuff I think will continue to happen. It will continue because people tolerate it. I am very much a big believer that you get the government you deserve. Full stop. So, this stuff's going to keep going on because you were told to sit down. You were told, you're inherently evil. Your melanin deficiency, or I guess melanin deficiency, precludes you from having an opinion or any type of opinion. You're not allowed.
There must have been
keep happening.
There must have been some sort of talk about that on the VM yesterday, or BK, because I remember having a dream about complaining about the melanin in my skin. There had to have been something going on during that debate yesterday that brought that on. That's so funny.
I think I might have said something similar to that.
I just clicked and I'm like, wait a minute. I had a dream about this.
All right. So what's the next one?
So we have about Tim Hortons. So Hemi had said Tim Hortons baked goods only contain 57% bugs. 57% bugs, guys. As of 2025. 57% bugs in Tim Hortons food.
Why are you yelling?
Because I'm yelling at the person over here. Just to reiterate, this is disgusting. Disgusting. Anyway. Then Wrath of Reason said MAID has been abused for so long, only the ill with no cure should ever be considered. 100% agree. That is absolutely what they should be.
How many people, like the same people that say government is bad and we need to get rid of government, we need to abolish governments, but also I am going to entrust the government just government, I am going to entrust that those people are going to make the right decisions and they're not going to get it wrong. I don't care if it's one time. I don't. After my discussion with the soy pilling is like, well, can you really expect perfection? Yeah, I think when government is making the decision of ending someone's life, yeah, it better be 100% accurate. If there's one person that oopsie doopsie, we took you out and we shouldn't have. The same people that say, I don't believe in capital punishment will say, well, government should do this. It's wild. It's so wild.
Yep. I would completely agree with that. Then we have another comment. Yeah. 70% of all real self-attempt fails, and those people still go on to live a full life. Getting this procedure makes 100% efficient, and they do not get a second chance. 1,000%. We personally know people who have been in that situation. And yeah. Nope.
Yeah.
Why would you need to fight Trump anyway? Why not work together? How did fighting work out for Carney? Carney can't fight. Clearly.
No.
He fights when Trump isn't around. When Trump is around, he acts like Trump's little biatch.
Well, and no, well, I guess, Trump and Carney, they know each other. Like, they're not strangers to each other. So
no, I'm sure they're intimate in a cottage someplace.
No, that was Doug Ford.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. And so then the last one, so I did respond to Wrath on that one, the 15 years. So
yes, you did. You did pull that one up already.
Well, but I will respond to this one because I got into a bit of a back and forth with a very prominent right-wing person on this. So when 90% of landmass of Canada is conservative, but the cities with the most immigration, you said the word right there, landmass. Land doesn't vote, people do. And this is why, again, I don't know why it's stupid, but I'll read the full comment. But the cities with most immigration population is liberal. We will never win another election with a rigged system, so I do not deserve it. No, I think you do. And this is why I think you deserve the government that you get, is because I'll look at it this way. The Long March on the Institutions wasn't just one petition. It was petition after petition after petition. It was a constant move forward. Okay? It wasn't just, I signed one petition and it went to my MP. Nothing happened. Therefore, the system broken. The system sucks. And I refuse to engage in it. Yeah, but that's what the other side does. Like, they will sue people. They are pushing their policies. Then they're pushing them very effectively. Look at the changes that have happened, especially within at least the past 10 to 15 years. They have been very effective of getting their worldview, their policies put forward. So that's what they're going to do. They're going to continue that march. So if the right has to mount any type of retaliation, it has to be the same thing. It has to be continued pressure. It has to be continued pressure. Another inch forward, another inch forward. They keep going. Like these people might be dumb. Like the vast majority of them might be dumb. But, zombies are really dumb. But they don't stop. And enough of them, they become deadly.
You're not wrong. Zombies are scary. I will say, though, like with the comment, I don't deserve it. And you're like, yes, you do. I don't think so. I don't think it's something that we can control, because thing is, like, when you think of the amount of seats, the land mass, the fact that Ontario or Toronto or whatever it is controls the majority of the seats and this and that, our election system is BS. It needs a major overhaul. And the way that they have it set up, it's not fair. You literally, the last election you've seen, the majority of Canada was voting conservative. But because the small little amount was voting liberal and they hold the most amount of seats, we ended up getting liberal. So when you think about it, the majority of Canada was voting conservative. So we do not deserve this fucking bullshit liberal government that we have because we were not voting for it.
Okay. I'll say this maybe again, and I do see Wrath's other comment. You get it because they are willing to engage. They're willing to push their politicians, and they very much mount, cancel campaigns that they will get people booted out. The longest ballot in history thing, like all of these types of things. Okay, the longest ballot, haha, yeah, funny goof. But then you see how it actually impacts our elections. A snowflake doesn't blame itself for the avalanche, but it's a lot of little things that are moving in a particular direction. And this is why I say we deserve the government that we get. Andrew Breitbart said, politics is downstream from culture. Culture influences policy, influences law. It just keeps going. When we have dumb laws on the books, well, no one is going to charge you for, a woman can't go skydiving on Sunday in a sundress or some, stupid crap like that. You would be laughed out of the courtroom. Yes, it's still on the books, but because it's not a cultural problem. Look at the culture that Canada is right now. It's very much trans, left-wing. It's very much identity focused, oppressor type of stuff. So when that is the cultural view, and the view isn't, hey, we should have a meritocracy, we don't look at people based on their skin color or their immutable characteristics, but when the left is saying, no, you need to actively influence that, you have to. So they're going to keep putting that. They're going to keep putting that. So liberal is what you're saying. I'm saying that the liberals are very effective in pushing their policies through. Yes. They are very effective at it. So I could keep going, but I think it is because people don't get engaged. When people turn off, when people disconnect, great. Like I said yesterday, then less people I need to convince of why my ideas are good. I don't have to. I don't have to convince that person. They remove themselves. Great. One less door that I have to go knock on. So at rigging systems not pushing policies through, this would be a great debate. I would love to. Yeah. I don't know. You could always said it's like a DM or something. Yeah. But that's why I think it is a cultural thing. Why in South American countries? Why is bribing the police? It's just the cost of living there. Slipping a 20 to the cop or 100 or whatever, whatever the dollar value is. Okay. That's culturally accepted. Us actually observing like traffic lights in like Southeast Asia, all those places. Yeah, they have traffic lights. No one follows them, and no one gets a ticket for not following them because it's culturally enforced. So the culture right now within Canada is very much left-wing, far left-wing dominant. So much so that even the conservative has to take a left-leaning position on everything. So It's the people. I think government is the reflection of the people. If people didn't accept it, they would it wouldn't happen. So yeah. I think with that there's I think the I think
one
that
more.
was it.
I got one more thing to play as we go out.
Okay.
Sorry. But Wrath, I put in the comments there. DM Tyler at x.com. We're offended. I don't know if it's We're Offended show. We're offended. You're offended. Whatever. And I think it's just at We're Offended. Yeah, it is. Okay. So DM him there. He's all the X, and we'll figure something out. 100%.
I'm the X.
He is the X. Okay, I'm gonna play this one thing that I found super funny.
I swear if you
And the funny thing is, it had started out. You had seen it, where it's like, ERs in Winnipeg be like, or whatever. But I had seen this before that. So much for Jagmeet. Ugh. Okay. Here we go. All right. So we're gonna play this before we leave. Don't worry, I'm gonna play it back from the beginning here.
What do you mean? What? There's a white chick. You
I
already
can't
said.
Somebody looks ready for 15 hours of HBO quality events.
I just hope you have time.
You got time to grieve. You got time to train the new doctor.
Hi, I'm Alex. I just graduated med school in America, and I hate the sight of blood. Is that going to be an issue?
Just do as I do. Welcome to the pack.
What?
Okay.
Oh no!
How we doing, sir?
Everything hurts. It's like I'm on fire.
What am I looking at here?
Glenn Rambis been here for 12 hours in cardiac arrest.
Okay, Glenn.
Yeah.
Glenn, I'm gonna write you a referral. Okay, you're gonna need to see a specialist. You take this right to them. Okay.
That's it? You just write a referral?
It's Canada. That's all we do.
Yeah. Good old
All
Winnipeg.
right. Who's this?
Becky Reynolds, car accident.
Okay, Becky. Becky, are you with me? All right. This is for a Life Labs. I'm gonna need you to get some tests done. Take that to them.
Wait, so everyone who comes in gets sent somewhere else?
It doesn't get any damn easier.
You doctors and your demons.
We got another one.
What happened?
Fireworks accident downtown. They're sending everyone to this hospital.
Okay, we're gonna need a bigger hallway. Nurse Darla.
On it! I need 20 cc's of ink and 8 notepads of paper and something hard to write on, like a clipboard or a hardcover book.
All right, this is a referral for an ENT. You're going to phone them. They're not going to pick up, but they usually call back. I'm out of ink.
We're going to lose all 62 patients at once, Doc.
Oh my god.
Newbie,
I'm not ready to be a doctor.
look at me. Can you write your name and a phone number?
Yes.
Then you're a good enough doctor for Canada. Now refer them. You got this.
This is for an orthopedic surgeon. You're going to have to go out of province. And this is a referral for an MRI. Come back in a year.
There you go.
This is for physio. I can tell you need it.
Really good.
Yeah.
There you go.
Just stop listening. Yeah.
There you
This
go.
is Canada's medical system, especially in Winnipeg. I like that. Welcome to the
life.
peg.
Yeah.
All right. I mean,
With that,
okay.
let's get out of here.
Yes, with that. Thank you, everybody. All of you. I can see you. All 78 of you. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to come sit with us and listen to the craziness going on in the world today. If you are new here, please hit the little subscribe button, feed the plant, do all that fun little stuff, help us out. And we are live every Monday and Wednesday at 1 p.m. Central, and every Saturday. Well, hold on. Did I say Monday and Wednesday at 1? Monday and Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central, and Saturday at 1 p.m. Central, generally. You can check us out in all the places listed in the description box below. Everything we talked about will be listed in the description box below as well, and everywhere else you can find us. Otherwise, have a fantastic rest of your day and weekend. Share it.
Share it. Like totally
Share it. Oh my god. Oh my god. You like just do it.
Just
Otherwise,
just yeah. Oh my god, I love sharing. If there's one thing I love more in this world, it's I don't think it could top sharing. I just love. Oh my god, I'm getting a little giddy with sharing. You guys over on
Catherine,
Rumble.
you are the best. That
You
was so
guys
sweet.
over on Rumble. I guess Rob Nor's doing some fucking music, something or other. I don't know what he's doing, but I guess my unofficial nickname, as you know, Wrath of Reason was saying, like on Speakeasy, I am Bob Nor. I am Bob Moore.
You know what's really funny? I had no idea who this Bob Moore was with watching the VK yesterday. And I like looked up Bob Moore. I'm like, oh, he's some old white guy. I don't get it. But then I was talking to him this morning and he was showing me a thing of Robert Knorr. I was like, hey, you kind of look like him. It's just, oh,
Apparently.
I get it now.
Apparently.
Apparently.
So you guys over on Rumble will be sent over there. And with that,
have a fantastic rest of your weekend. We'll catch you guys again on Monday.
normal Canadian Tyler.
Thank you again, everybody. We love
Yes,
you.
thank you.
We out.
She didn't hit end.